everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this video is part 2 of how I chose my career. In part 1 I talked about how I chose my career as an engineer, and now in part 2 I'm going to be talking about how I chose my career as a personal trainer and why I decided to start my own business, and why I came to that conclusion. So let's get started. So my freshman year of college, as an engineering student, I was required to take a health class, and it was really fascinating. Like, I really enjoyed it. Our teacher, she wasn't one of those teachers who kind of like scares you into living healthy, but she was very realistic, and she kind of taught us, if you eat healthy and you work out, this is what happens. If you eat terribly and you don't work out, this is what happens. And prior to that, I knew nothing about fitness. I knew nothing about nutrition or anything like that. And at the end of that semester, I decided to go and join a gym. I joined Anytime Fitness, and I love it. I love Anytime Fitness. They are my favorite gym ever. I just love it so much. I'm glad I picked that one to go to, because since then, like, I've been to so many other gyms and I don't feel comfortable anywhere else other than Anytime Fitness. So anyway, that's besides the point. So I joined Anytime Fitness, and at first, like for like a month, I would not go, because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to look stupid. I don't know, is it going to be busy in there? Like, I don't know what to expect, because I had never been to a gym before in my life. And at the time I was 18, and I just really didn't have any experience in the gym or working out. I didn't have any friends who worked out. Like, I didn't know what I was doing. So the one day I just said, okay, I have to go. Just go and try it. And I ended up going late at night. I think it was like 10 o'clock when I went for the first time. And there was a few people there. I was surprised. And for like the first week or so, I just did cardio, unsure of how to use anything else. I kind of knew the basics just from stuff that, like I've read online or whatever. But I didn't have any idea of like, anything specific. So I just kind of would watch other people for like that first week and see how they would use all the different resistance machines. And, there was a lot of like college age kids who also went there. So I would watch some of the other girls who were my age and like watch them do stuff with barbells and dumbbells and kettlebells and all that. And that was kind of how I picked up like little things along the way. Like, I would see someone doing something, and then I would wait until they were done and they walked away, and then I would go do it. And that was just kind of how I picked up on a lot of different things. And like right off the bat, once I started lifting weights and once I found out, which cardio I liked, I loved it. Like, I was just hooked. That was it. I was like, yes, I love going to the gym. This is it. So I went every single day for probably 6 months. And it was interesting because I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I knew how to use the stuff, but I didn't know what I was doing. So I saw results, obviously you would, but it wasn't like really good results. So after like 6 months or so, I was like, okay, like maybe I could be a personal trainer. At this point, I was really, really into it. Like I said, I was going 7 days a week, and I wasn't like working out heavy 7 days a week. It's not like that. I would say maybe 2 or 3 of those days I would just walk on the treadmill, but I just loved being there so much that I would go just to do that, like the bare minimum. And then like the other days of the week is when I would do like my really heavy, intense weightlifting and cardio and whatnot. So just clarify that. I don't recommend you work out intense 7 days a week. Don't do that. But I thought maybe I could make a good personal trainer. I saw a lot of different girls on Instagram, and back then, this was what, 4, 5, 6 years ago. I was, the fitness industry on Instagram was like just up and coming, and I was following a lot of different girls, like Sarah Bomar, Susie B Fitness, like a bunch of different girls. I was following them, and I was just really, really, inspired watching what they do. And it was actually Sarah Bomar, and I was following her, and I thought, she's a personal trainer. She does online training, and I thought that would be really, really cool. I think that would be really neat. Because at the time, I still wasn't really super, super comfortable in the gym. I was comfortable with my gym, but at the time, I didn't know how comfortable I would feel training someone else, like right off the bat, or if I had to go to a different gym to train someone else, like I didn't know how I would handle that. So I thought, okay, like online training, that would make the most sense because, you know, I could create workout plans. Like, you know, I knew how to do that. I knew how to put stuff together, and Google is your friend, of course. So, you know, I do that much. So that was kind of what really pushed me to get certified. So I got my certification in January of 2015. Yes, because I started it in 2014 and I got certified. It was like January 3rd of 2015. And at the time I was still in school for engineering. So it was hard. You know, I interviewed for a lot of jobs in person just because I thought, you know, if I could do both, if I could train in person somewhere maybe and do online training, that would be kind of cool. But I just thought, if anything else, like I should work somewhere and train in person because I need that experience. And you really shouldn't train clients online if you haven't trained clients in person, because you don't have the full understanding of like how all the body mechanics work. And you know, I recommend that you should train people in person first. So I had a lot of different interviews, and it wasn't that any of them went bad. You know, they all went really well. But the biggest issue was that I was still in school full time for something unrelated to personal training. And a lot of those jobs didn't want to hear that. They kind of wanted to hear that personal training was my first choice, my only choice, you know, so on and so on. But that wasn't the case. You know, I can't lie to these people. Like, I have to tell them engineering is my first choice. I'm still in school. School's a priority. You know, that made it really, really hard to get a job. I did get hired at Planet Fitness, and I want to say that was the end of 2015, I think. Yeah, the end of 2015. I didn't work there for very long, maybe a couple months, but it was interesting to me because Planet Fitness, you know, in general, is primarily people who are unfamiliar with a gym setting or people who aren't comfortable in a traditional gym setting. So I wasn't really training people per se. It was mostly just teaching people how to use the equipment. I mean, people would come in for a session with me and they would say, I don't want you to do anything except show me how to use these machines because I don't even know how to use them. So it was a lot of that. And, you know, I just didn't really feel like I was benefiting people. I mean, maybe I was, I'm sure I was, but, you know, it doesn't take multiple half-hour long sessions just to show people how to use machines. Like, I'm thinking that's it, you pick up on it. It's not difficult to learn. And they kind of really pushed that, you know, take it slow with people. Don't really force them into anything. So I just didn't really like that. Like, I wanted to train people. Like, I wanted to see transformations. That's what I wanted to see. So I left that job to focus primarily on online training. And it's, you know, it was off to like a rocky start because, again, I'm in school, so I couldn't focus all of my time on it. But from then, from like mid 2016, I just knew, like, you know, even though I will have my career as an engineer, I do want to have a whole nother career as a personal trainer. I want to do online personal training. I want to have my own business. I know that it's possible. I just have to put in the time and do it. So right around that time was when I think I first created my t-shirts. And I thought that was so cool just to have t-shirts with my logo on it. I created my logo all by myself from scratch. I don't even remember how I did it. I did it at like 5 o'clock in the morning one day. And that's why it's like not very original. It's literally just my name. But I'm proud of it because it's something that I did myself. I didn't pay anyone to do that. Same thing with the t-shirts. I actually found a way to do on-demand printing. So I don't handle any of the inventory myself. I don't buy anything in bulk. I don't package up anything. I have basically an agreement with a company where, you know, I set everything up, all the designs, what colors I want and everything, and then they don't print it until an order is placed. So on-demand printing. And then they handle all the shipping, all the like returns and, you know, all that. So that's a really good deal. You know, again, because I'm busy, I don't have time to have big shipments of stuff sent to my house and sort through it and mail it. I just don't have the time, I don't have the space. So yeah, that was when I first started like getting into all of that. And you know, I really do enjoy doing that. Like, you know, I know that that's something that, like I said, I definitely want to do. I will have my other career, but you know, this is something really cool just to have, not like on the side, because I do treat both of my careers as equal. But I mean, engineering is like higher up there, obviously, because it's natural to me. Like, I have a knack for engineering. I don't really have a knack for personal training. It's just something I really, really enjoy. I really enjoy going to the gym. I really enjoy working out. So that's why. But more recently, and within the last few months, was when I really, really buckled down and got serious about it. I created my own ebooks from scratch, and again, not easy. So yeah, it took a lot of trial and error, a lot of YouTube videos trying to figure out, you know, how do I do this? How do I do that? I didn't want to pay anyone to do it, and not saying that it's bad if you do, because that's totally fine if you do, but I wanted that challenge of knowing I did this by myself. This was something I created. I completely redid my website. I'm now using a website through Shopify, and I wasn't using them before, but I designed the whole thing myself, and not gonna lie to you, Shopify says that it's easy to do. It is not easy to do. It took me 2 weeks to design my website. It took maybe 10 days or so to design the ebooks. And actually those ebooks were workout plans that I was selling before, but they weren't in an ebook format. They were just like a basic format. So designing them, picking out the colors, picking out all the pictures, the designs, you know, attaching all of the workout videos to the ebook, lining them all up properly, you know, it's very, very time consuming, and it was a lot. So I just recently did all of that, and the most recent thing I've done within the last couple of weeks is I've added a lot more apparel to my website, in the hopes that I can grow my business as a whole. You know, I want to focus primarily, of course, on workout plans because I'm a personal trainer, but you know, I also really want to focus on the fitness apparel. Right now there's t-shirts, there's hoodies, there's crop tops, there's tank tops, there's hats. I hope someday to have, you know, like barbell pads, resistance bands, water bottles. Hopefully that will be there maybe sometime this year. If not by the end of this year, hopefully next year. What I have found is that it is way harder to get those items as on-demand printing. Those smaller items might be something that I do have to handle in bulk, at least from what I've come across so far. So, you know, hopefully I'll be able to find a website and a company who can do that for me as on-demand printing, but if not, I'll just have to go the bulk route and do it that way. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm hoping this year to get an LLC, and I'll be an official business, because I haven't made enough money so far to even go down that route. You know, I have a business, but I'm not like an official business owner. But hopefully within the next 6 months, like, I want to do that. I want to have everything be super official and, you know, super legit, because, you know, I have to get serious about this. Even though, you know, like I said, I am still in school, but that's no longer, I'm not using that as an excuse anymore. Like, you know, school is important. Yes, my homework is important, of course, obviously. But, you know, getting to the gym and making workout videos, making workout programs for you guys, making more ebooks, that's definitely up there, you know, as a priority as well. I do have a couple plans for some more ebooks that I'm wanting to get done, you know, within the next few months. The ones that are available on my website right now are at-home plans, but I want to do at least 2 more, maybe 3 more that will be gym-based plans, and they'll be a lot more like in-depth and, you know, a lot more content for you guys. So I'm really looking forward to putting those together. Again, it just comes down to, you know, I have to find the time to record everything, write everything out, design the whole thing. So I'll be working on that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's, you know, how I got to be where I'm at now in terms of, you know, being a personal trainer. One thing I did not mention is my certifications. So I'm certified through ISSA, which is the International Sports Sciences Association. They were not originally my first pick. I originally wanted to be certified through NASM, the National Academy of Sports Medicine. That's another video for another day. That didn't work out, so we'll talk about that later. But I love ISSA. They have been nothing but good to me. They've been amazing. So I'm very happy with them. I have my certified personal trainer certification through them. I'm also a certified exercise therapy specialist, and just most recently I'm a certified bodybuilding specialist. And I know that's crazy because I don't look like someone who would be a bodybuilder or a bodybuilding specialist, but you know, that's just bodybuilding in general, I think, has always fascinated me, and I've always thought it was really cool. It was a really cool sport. So that's why I decided to get that. And, you know, just, I learned so much with that certification that I didn't know prior to that. So it was just a lot of really, really good knowledge, and I'm glad I got that certification. I also have my CPR certification. They require you to have that. So I have those as well. Hopefully one day, way off in the future, after I already have my engineering degree, I would love to get an associate's degree in exercise science, just because, like, why not? The more degrees, the better. That's how I see it. So, you know, that might be a possibility too. But primarily right now, you know, my goals are to, you know, keep working on the ebooks, keep working on the apparel, you know, building my brand. I think that's super important. It's definitely something that, you know, I want to get off of the ground soon. You know, I want to have a thriving business before I graduate college. Like, I want just success everywhere. That's what I want. So yeah, like I said, that's pretty much it. That's how I chose my career, and that's kind of how I got to be where I am right now. This video is way longer than the first video because there was so much more that went into it and so many more, you know, things I had to do. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. If you did not already see part 1, please go back and check that one out as well. I will link it down in the description below. That one, I apologize, is not nearly as interesting as this one, but, you know, this career, there's a lot more involved than with, you know, where I'm at in my engineering career. So yeah, that's pretty much, you know, where I'm at right now. That's why I chose both of my careers, and I really hope you guys enjoyed both of these videos. And if you did, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching.